Welcome back to Sequestered, the series where my Ironman is buying regions of RuneScape for quest points. In the previous episode, I started questing my way through Kandrin. I ended up completing Monkey Madness without the aid of any overhead protection prayers. This episode, I'll be earning the final 12 quest points I need out of 40 to unlock my third region. I've been streaming all the progress for this account over on Twitch, so if that sounds like something you're interested in watching, there'll be a link in the description. Also, this episode marks when I'm going to start using more live recorded clips because I feel like there's a little more emotion in them and they're a little more authentic, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on how that turns out in the comment section. One of the next quests I'm going to have to complete to unlock my next region is the Eyes of Guthrie. The quest isn't super hard, but one of the items required is a maple log. The problem with this is that most sources for an early game maple log for Ironman are things that are outside of my region, like Wintertodd. That means that I'm going to have to get 45 woodcutting on my own ahead of time so I can chop the maple log myself. Now I could train all the way to 45 right now with just a steel axe, but I would much rather try to get a better axe to train with. Because of this, I'm going to go back out to the lava dragons and hopefully get a rune axe drop. This is hopefully going to be a really macro efficient play, because not only will it speed me up a lot from level 41 to 45 woodcutting for the Eyes of Guthrie, but then I'll have the rune axe in the bank for the future woodcutting training I need to do for harder quests down the line.
Oh, rune axe. Huge. So this one has alch value, but I definitely want to keep it for woodcutting later, and if I die, I'll keep it, so that's massive. I have been slain. I was AFK. I also just got bolted at 34, so I don't think I had much chance, but that's fine. I got the rune axe and the lava battle safely out of there. I'm running into some obstacles that were either unforeseen or I forgot about. So for Elemental Workshop, I need coal, which requires 30 mining. I think the plan is I'm going to wait and see if I can get a maze random event where coal is a pretty common reward. And if that doesn't happen, then I'll just end up training the mining to get it. Alright, we're going to knock out a couple mini quests. We have the Abyss one that'll get 9 rune crafting, which will be a huge head start. That also effectively unlocks the rune crafting skill for me because at 1, I only have access to air runes, which are in Naeselius. But if I get to 9, I'll be able to make water runes, and earth runes, which are next to Varrock and in the Lumbered Swamp. 1k rune crafting XP and the small pouch and abyssal book. I won't be using either of these right now, but yeah, the rune crafting XP is what we needed. So now I'm able to make both water and earth runes. We get Marlowe's crate of construction supplies, which is pretty handy. A little bit of extra construction XP, and a house that I can't use because it is in Remington, which is in Asgarnia, a region that I haven't unlocked yet. 10 hunter and a cheeky little 35 prayer as well, off burying the bones from that bird. Finally, 19 hunter. This took so long, and the last trap that I needed broke 5 times before finally catching the bird to get 19. But that unlocks Tropical Wagtails, which are a massive XP boost, and in 1 level at 20, I'll be able to use a second trap. At long last, 27 hunter, Eagle's Peak requirement done. There we go. 2 quest points. First quest I've completed in quite a while, and 2500 hunter XP. Couple of free hunter levels, and those are swamp lizards, which I may or may not have access to anytime soon, but that is 55 total quest points, only 10 more until I can unlock another region. It's been too long since I've seen my levels go up. I'm genuinely excited for 41 woodcutting, because that rune axe from lava dragons, yes sir. 45 woodcutting, holy, we're finally there. Hey, we did it. This felt like a really long grind to get a 1 maple log that I can't actually use to do the quest yet because I still need a mud rune. 20 mining off of rune essence. That's a requirement for silver and also for Elemental Workshop. I'm still hoping I get a maze random for coal, so I don't have to get 30. Oh, finally, the water talisman. It has been 167 kills on the 1 in 42. But we got it, and it's time to runecraft. Here we go. Finally, 13 rune crafting. Used almost all my essence. But I can make mud runes, and that is the last thing I'm going to need for Eyes of Guthrie. I've made this sad realization that because I need coal and pure essence, I might as well just go and get the 30 mining. There it is, 30 mining, painful with the bronze pick, but now I can get coal for the Elemental Workshop quest, and I can get pure essence for making a mud rune for Eyes of Guthrie. Also, I now have 273 bronze bars worth of ore, so hopefully smelting and smithing that will get me up to level 20 to do the Elemental Workshop. Alright, I've been making arrow tips to help me train fletching, because early fletching is awful, but that is 20 smithing. I've got 30 mining, I can mine coal, and that means Elemental Workshop ready to go. So I don't have anywhere to tan leather, and I got one from the quest. I'm really tempted to use it to make fan braces so I can tick manipulate, but I think it's probably better to just get the 2 guaranteed quest points and the stats from finishing LA Workshop 1 and 2, because I would be gated from doing them without the leather. One of the quicker quests in the game, I think. Elemental Workshop 1, 5k crafting, 5k smithing. Both pretty difficult for me to train right now. I need another 4 smithing levels to do Elemental Workshop 2. Unfortunately, the bars I had aren't going to get me anywhere near the level I need. They won't even get me 28, I don't think. So what I'm going to do is hold off on the smithing. Wait till I maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to hold off on it because I don't feel like training it. Boom. And we get 3 mud runes. Fortunately, that's enough. The grind is over and I can do Eyes of Guthrie.
The payoff is here. Eyes of Guthrie complete, and all that work to get maple logs and a mud rune was worth it. I hope. 2 quest points. We got 12k magic XP, only 1 level away from being able to teleport to Ardoin now. 6k rune crafting, huge, to 25. And a crystal seed that could come in handy later on with the crystal saw, giving a +3 construction boost. One of the most important and rewarding quests in the game is Recipe for Disaster. It's worth a total of 10 quest points and gives Barrow's gloves, which are one of the best gloves in the game for all combat styles. Unfortunately, to get started on that quest, I need to do another Cook's quest, which is the very first part. Normally this would be really simple. I would just get a Greenman's Ale, a Dirty Blast, and an Eye of Newt. The best way to get an Eye of Newt is usually to buy it from an herblore shop or a magic shop, and I don't have access with my current regions to anything at all that sells one. And that is why I'm here at Cave Bugs. They drop an Eye of Newt at a 1 in 64 chance, and hopefully this will be a pretty quick grind.
Hey, that was pretty quick. The RNG on the account stays solid. Get the Eye of Newt, and now I can go do Recipe for Disaster.
Another Cook's quest complete. 1 quest point. But much more importantly, we've unlocked doing all of the rest of the 8 subquests of Recipe for Disaster. We freed a homunculus from some evil? Misguided? I don't know. Alchemists, though. And that is Tower of Life complete. Only 4 more quest points until a new region. I've picked up some bows and arrows because I need 30 ranged to do the big Chompy Bird hunting quest. Not only is this a quick, easy quest, but it also unlocks the ability to do the Scratch a Galagwi mini quest in the Recipe for Disaster.
There we go, 30 ranged, finally. All we need for big Chompy Bird hunting is 30 cooking. So you can't actually buy a fly fishing rod from the fishing shop in Catherby, and I don't have access to any fishing shops that sell one. So instead of trout, I'm gonna have to do something else. I'm thinking that regular fishing bait is probably going to be best, so I'm going to go for that. Maybe after that I will look into trying big fishing net, which might be worth it. Quick 30 fishing, salmon, although I still don't have a fly fishing rod, so I can't catch those. But need another 10 cooking levels, which should be pretty quick. Gone ahead and grabbed some cod, which I will need later for the Pirate Pete mini quest for Recipe for Disaster. No burns? No burns. 30 cooking, which is enough to spit roast Chompy Bird, which means I can do big Chompy Bird hunting. However, I do want to get 31, so I can also do the Pirate Pete mini quest from Recipe for Disaster. 31 cooking. Will we cook the Chompy on the first attempt? Please, I am begging. Oh, it's just too easy. There we go. 2 quest points. 63. I only need 2 more to unlock a new region. And look at that fat XP as well. Oh, we just got a fletching level. That was really anticlimactic. I thought that I was going to get more than that. Okay, I think the next play is to do the Pirate Pete subquest of Recipe for Disaster, which will require me to get 42 crafting to make a fishbowl for the helmet. But I think that's worth it. Boom. 51 magic. Teleport to Ardoin. Unlocked. 42 crafting.
We're in the end game now. No, but we are in the fishbowl game, which is one of the 2 quest points that I need to get the heck out of Candor and into a new region. I have 4 fish cakes and the exact cooking level that I need to cook them. Will I burn... Oh, well, there you go. Well, I burnt 3. The first one was the one I succeeded on, but it was probably not a bad idea to get my hands on 4 of them. Cooked fish cake, Pirate Pete. Boom. Holy, I forgot all the different XP you get from that. 1,000 smithing is nice. That gets me really close to Elemental Workshop 2, which I need 30 smithing for. So I think that's going to be the last thing that I go for to get out of this region. Just a short time later, though, look at us. Look at this progress. 30 smithing. And that is it. Heck yeah. That is 40 out of 40 from just Candorin. And that means that I can unlock a new region. I've decided on Asgarnia, but I can't currently teleport to Falador because I have gotten my magic level drained. There we go. Back up to 51 magic. I brought water runes just so I could do this.